Nick has scaled 2 agencies to a combined revenue of $160,000 a month using AI.
Jack built a 7-figure AI automation business after exiting his tech startup as a top 100 UK entrepreneur.
Today, we're going to look at $1 million funnels. So, cool thing about funnels is you don't have to reinvent the wheel, or the funnel in this case. We're going to break down the top performing funnels on School, and also one creator who is freaking crushing it. I'm going to call him a mystery creator, and we're going to look at him at the end of the video. So, Nick, how excited are you on a scale of 9 to 10 about these funnels, bro?
9.9, I suppose.
9.9.
Yeah.
Dude, you're not made of wood, dude.
What I'm really looking forward to hearing, Jack, is what the hell happened in New York last week.
New York. Oh, for the big agentic thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, NADN hosted that massive challenge.
So they flew me out to New York and they said, dude, come and battle Nate Herc in his hometown. He'd take him out. UK versus US. I don't know. I think it won't be live by the time, but I'll put our link maybe somewhere in the description to check it out. And it was an agentic battle. So 2 challenges, head to head. I'm on stage. I can't tell you the details that happened, obviously. But what was really freaking interesting is like the crowd, like honestly, Nick, like if something like errored in your scenario, they were like, boo, they were like heckling you and like, what's going on, man? What's all this? It was insane. I've never built like a scenario in that environment before, but I freaking loved it. I love the pressure. I love the environment. It was really freaking cool. And then he had us talking smack in the back. I actually walked past Nate. He was barking like a dog at one point, like shouting his name and stuff. It was really freaking funny. They had us doing a lot of funny stuff. It was cool. Met a lot of different cool people there. A lot of creators were there. Some interesting insights. Biggest insight would probably be that I think most people don't know kind of what they're doing. I think would be the big one. That was an interesting thing. Everyone's kind of like figuring it out. Everyone's got like loads of great success, but they're also kind of figuring out what they're focusing on. But met some really cool people, dude. Yeah, it was a very, very cool event.
Glad to hear, man. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I mean, like, that's going to be televised. You were in like with a studio audience and everything.
Dude, we had a studio audience, dude. Yeah, they had like tops with our names on and stuff and pizza, which is not conducive with the club, but it was, they had pizza, bro. They had pizza. I bought a salad from Whole Foods, which is a unique experience.
You think $200 million raised company gets you more than a little pizza party, but hey.
Where did the budget? The budget went on the podium, I think. But dude, all that to say, dude, it was cool. I enjoyed it. It just forced you to go deeper on rag than any mortal ever should, bro. I think I was talking about rag in my sleep at one point. So, yeah, it freaking made me chuckle, man.
Cool, man. All right, you want to hack some funnels?
Dude, let's get some funnels and hack them.
Let me share my screen, and then I'll show you an embarrassing number of tabs.
I'd like that.
Let's pretend that those don't exist.
So Nick is closing down all his controversial tabs right now.
Controversial, says the man wearing the tag. Yeah, sure.
I know exactly, dude. Yeah, Donald Pump right over here. So I think just for context, everyone, funnels basically just how you get from somebody who's cold to somebody who's buying your stuff. So I'd say that's pretty important, right?
Yeah, most definitely. My funnel is pretty simple. For instance, I will legitimately, like, on my YouTube videos and whatnot, just put, for the most part, my link in my bio to School. And, link in bio here, link in bio on all of my videos. And I have probably one of the simplest funnels out there. And I think I could probably do a lot to like make my funnel better. So part of this is motivated by me just like wanting to go through and see what other people are doing funnel wise. And also I think Jack is just like way more advanced funnel wise than me. I know you've been doing some serious workshopping and mind mapping and stuff. So yeah, let's just go top to bottom. Let's maybe work through some. So who do you want to roast first? Who do you want to like hack first? I mean, like we got a newcomer at the top of the School.
Should we hack this guy?
Yeah, the thing is he's French though, so like how is your?
I think that adds to it. I think that adds to it.
Okay, cool. So let's hack him.
I've checked that in PSL as well. Okay, so important point here, guys, is that, and I also same fun as Nick. It's not really fun; it's more like a pancake. It's as flat as it possibly can be. Actually, this guy we're going to hack right now. I saw Ovens was talking about this at Final School. He went from 0.5% conversion to 2%. By adding the video you're about to see. And I think I can tell you why. Also, like, conversion is something that I've been focusing on a lot as well on the education side of the business. And actually, I've learned some interesting things I've been implementing, which would be cool to touch on. But dude, that like, funnel's really cool. I think like, Nick, one thing you do a great job of is like, you set up a problem and you have a really great Like I think your landing page and your content address the same thing. I think where you have like a mismatch on that, like if you're solving why is nobody driving a BMW, and then your funnel, your community is about blue bottles, like you're never going to get conversion. So I think there's something about congruence in messaging and problem. It's like it's all designed for the exact same person. Like that, I think is a really key fundamental pillar that you can action right now and check.
Okay. Thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. Well, let's open up. So this is the fella. This is the guy here, Anthony Sirius. He has the goat emoji because he's making like 330 grand on school. He's like top number one. We got a couple of different things here.
What's his profile? Is this guy in a hospital room in that profile photo?
I don't know. It kind of does look like he is, but like, no, I think he's just on some swanky looking couch. You know?
Cool, man. Love the tats.
Yeah. Let's open up some of these tabs, and then let's also open up all of it. Let's just add to my tab mayhem.
Absolutely.
To be clear, it looks like he has 3. He has like a free community called Challenge Serious Life. Change your mindset. Make your first $1,000, right? 13,300. Then he has Serious Circle. This is the one that like is making, the crazy money. 3.6K members at $97 a month. And then same value prop with AI. And then it looks like he also has one called La Zone. And I don't think this is really like on the thing, but maybe we can talk about that as well.
Yeah.
He's making some money with that as well. Okay. So let's look at his content first, because content's obviously is top of funnel, right?
And we should also touch on free groups as well, bro, after this.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so it looks like he has an Instagram first, Anthony.Serious. Okay. Looks like these are like high-end lifestyle style photos that are really selling the dream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Family.
Like he's in Dubai here. He's got his family that he's supporting. I imagine these are some random people. So these are probably his family.
Come in here quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. Very family oriented. He's doing like the whole Iman Gadzi thing where he like shows the progression over time, which is interesting, huh?
Yeah.
So very much like selling lifestyle. Okay. And what am I seeing here? Camping supercars, Millionaire dump Serious Life, June dump of Serious, Bali dump, right? Like we're not actually seeing anything aside from lifestyle here. So this is interesting. What we have in the bio is I'm making AI to make a bunch of money, I think, using AI to make a bunch of money. And then he has a link tree. You want to open up that link tree? Let's see what's going on.
Let's have a look.
So it looks like directly when you click the link tree, I think the link tree is actually just a tracking link. I don't actually think it links to that link tree page. And then it just shoves you directly here. And then, what's really interesting? He's using the affiliate strategy that we talked about. See where it says Anthony Sirius invited you?
Yeah.
So basically what he's doing is he's actually using his own affiliate code for Serious Circle to invite you to Serious Circle. And, I've chatted with a few people in school about this, but basically like this allows you, anybody that joins your community that ends up making a community, or anybody that even clicks this link that later ends up making a community, he gets affiliate income off of. So kind of a quick little hack. I don't know how long that hack's going to be available. But it looks like, anyway, to make a long story short, the Instagram goes directly to his school page. You want to go top to bottom this, or should we start with the YouTube next?
Yeah, no, I love that. Just on the Instagram thing, I just want to double click on that for a second. The one thing I've noticed, I looked at all the guys who were like 50, 100 million. So much of it's about story and brand, and like nothing on this page is anything to do with AI. In fact, Nick, if you click on his Reels tab real quick, I wonder if that's where he's driving the sales. Yeah. Okay. So this is the growth content. This is the stuff that gets people in. And then the homepage is all the lifestyle stuff. I think that's that's really, really interesting.
Very interesting. Yeah. I mean, like some of this looks like AI video content, which is
it is. So the whole thing about this is that it's about creating AI videos that you can scale. So in fact, if you go, bro, onto his school page real quick, and just play like the first 10 seconds of this video, and I'll tell you why I think this is really cool. Okay, so actually this can play in the background, but basically so here's a funny thing. He's teaching you how to build videos like this and stories. I guess I don't speak French. I'm just kind of inferring it.
Is that Albert Einstein?
Albert Einstein, yeah. He's great. Yeah, absolutely. So, but the VSL itself is the proof of the thing. So that's why it's crushing, because it's a bear talking. It's Albert Einstein. He's like, hey, if you want to make money in the AI revolution, this is what you've got to do. And it's the proof in the product. That's why he quadrupled his conversions.
Right. Very cool. Very cool. Wow. I mean, that is way more engaging and interacting than something like me, where I'm just literally like, hey, you should join my group. Because
dude, I re-recorded mine today. I've
nice.
put it live. I literally changed mine today. So I'm all over the thing.
Okay, so I mean,
On-
like, pretty straightforward funnel, though. I mean, like, what I'm seeing is there aren't a lot, like, there's a lot less going on these days than there used to be. In the past, you used to have these like hyper complex funnels, but it's literally just like Instagram to school, and
That's it.
like I'm, like it's Anthony, it's Spencer, it's me. Spencer has a much more complicated one of the top three, but and the money category anyway, like people just Instagram school, YouTube school. Looks like afterwards he has some case studies, which is cool. I'd expect more case studies. Don't know a lot. And then he has like a couple of, yeah, so it is AI video, like you were talking about. Okay. Monetization on
Again,
TikTok.
well,
And he has a ton of wins.
I'm not a big fan of these big wins personally because like I've done that, but I also wonder if like you're not reading the wins.
Right.
I mean,
Yes, you're not reading
it
the
ticks
wins.
the volume box of, hey, there's loads of things. But I think it's actually at the point now where that's so commonplace. And mind you, I guess if you're non-school and you just see loads of testimonials, it's like, hmm. I
Yeah,
mean,
true.
yeah, it's just an interesting observation. I actually, I obviously he's like the goat, so it
I
obviously
mean,
works.
like whatever he's doing is working, right?
It works. Yeah, 100%. But it
Like
had,
basically, these are all first sales, first sales, first sales. I'm noticing there's like a lack of like dollar signs here. I don't know if that's like, they just don't post the dollar signs. I mean, like, 12,000 in 2 days. That's cool. 314 euros. But most of them are like first sales. Like in my community, what I'll always try and do is like have some sort of grounded specificity. Like, $834 made. And then I'll link that. So that's something to consider.
834, believable. 1,000, fake.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, anyway, it looks like, so he does have like a him talking head video, okay, which is good.
This is
It looks like it's right next to some very expensive cars. In
Dude,
his
we
little
need to
villa
get some
mansion.
cars, Nick.
Yeah,
It's
clean
how much is it
clothes.
costing us not having cars right now?
What's the opportunity cost? This is his thing. Look at this. So very like selling the dream. Because like, a lot of the younger guys that are watching this, like this is what they want, right?
I love the whole whiteboard thing. It kind of like presupposes that I know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I mean? It's like, well,
Yeah,
let me
and that
just
I
grab
give
the whiteboard page that I frequent constantly. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah. And it's like I give presentations to people, like it also communicates that. And it's also different from like, what I don't know about you, but like what I do is I'll have like a lucid chart or an Excalibur, and then I'll just like draw on it. This is interesting. It's grounded in the real world. It's kind of like how Hormozy does like him at a desk, and then you like, go and like, I don't know, he's literally writing with a Sharpie marker on stuff, and you're like, what are you doing, dude? It's 2025, but you like it.
yeah. What I would like to see is some authentic, like drop the pattern. Oh crap, let me just pick that. Like something that's like a pattern interrupt that makes you think that it's authentic.
For sure. But this is really cool, man. Like
Because
this.
like I like do not like on the, like people will build that stuff then. I personally have never, but like I wouldn't put it past anyone to do that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Good point. Okay, let's just pump this in really quickly. I'm going to translate it. I mean, I just want to be highly specific here. The first members generate an average of 320 euros per day. That's pretty crazy. So what is the first members? I mean, like this is a hell of a promise, right? If we're just diving into the copy, that is 10,000 a month. And it's the first members. So I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know if this is like a French thing. I don't think so.
That's a better way than saying 10K a month because that got attacked ad nauseum, I think.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Maybe there's something we could do there. The Series Circle isn't a training course. It's a system, a community of scumbags who make money 24/7. And that's interesting. I like this.
This must be a branding thing. Yeah, that's cool.
I think also what he's doing is he probably has seen my program and a couple of other people's programs, and they see that like we're dripping content out over time. So when you join his, you get all modules unlocked immediately. You get access to all the live replays. You get this, you get that. So I think this is like hey, here's what everybody else is doing. Here's what we do. Sort of angle, which is nice. And then he's doing the classic like value ladder where it's like, hey, you get this, which is typically $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000 over and over and over again, meaning you make $4,000 upon joining, but then, it only costs you $97 a month. And then he has some launch offer ends very soon. How do you think he could make this better?
So this is the thing, right? You can be getting conversions in spite of your mistakes, not because of them. That's the biggest problem with like when you're making a lot of money with school, is it like you don't want to change anything because it's doing so well, but there are probably some things that you could like add and amend and move around. What jumps out to me here is it like, actually, Nick, could you load the actual page back up just so I can see the formatting of it? There's a lot going on. To me, this tells me his avatar is 0 to 1. His avatar is somebody who just wants to freaking make TikTok content. So I think that thing jumps out to me. I think his first sentence is really good. There's no guarantees in this either. There's
You
no.
know what? That's a real good point. Like, whereas I have a guarantee and where a lot of people in school have guarantees, zero guarantees, $320 a day, not $10,000 a month. It's a different way of pitching the same idea. Now, it could also be a byproduct of market sophistication. It could also be a byproduct of the fact that it's like in a different language. Maybe certain offers are more fatigued in English versus French versus whatever other language.
Also,
But like, this is new.
TikTok's daily revenue, isn't it, as well? That's the other thing.
Yes, exactly. Interesting. Like, the first members make this much money per day. The cost is $3 per day. Like that's a cool juxtaposition. You know, he's not making it, but I think if I were him, I probably would.
Dude, I had some feedback that my price ends in a 7. He's like, dude, you should end it in a 9 because that will not change the buying behavior, actually. And you'll have $2 times total member count. I thought that was interesting.
2% more. Yeah. No, that's an interesting point for sure. These micro optimizations are important. Like the reason why people price at 97 versus 100 or whatever is literally because 100 is 3 digits and 3 digits just looks scarier to your hindbrain. You know, like it's stupid. Human beings are dumb in that way. But.
Absolutely. We make decisions on it, right? Okay, the video is going to be cool. Again, lifestyle. Dude, it's all story. Have you noticed that?
He is what looks like he's eating a boob.
Eating a boob.
Nice. We do like eating boobs. Okay, so this is crazy. 24 hours in the life of a racist millionaire. This is wild. So he's like very controversial. He's pitching this shit hard.
Dude, I got attacked for this Donald Trump t-shirt right here. So I need to step it up a little bit.
Racist millionaire. I think he does a lot of OnlyFans stuff, which is also inherently like attracting of the audience that he's looking for. Like he does OnlyFans management, I believe. So looks like honestly, this looks like classic vlogging from like, you know, early 2010s.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting.
Wild to see. So anyway, let's contrast this. Like, you know, the content that you and I make is typically a lot more informationally dense, right? So we're selling less story, we're selling less lifestyle, we're selling less dream. And it's more like, hey, here's how to build a make.com automation, or here's how to sell something that does X, Y, and Z. Probably changes the audience distribution. I think you're right. Probably if we looked at the average age range of the people that are in here, the 3,600 members, it would probably be like, I don't know, just pulling it out of my ass, but like 21.
19, 21.
Yeah. You know, like max.
I don't know if
mine's probably like 28 or something, 30.
I don't know if you noticed it. I think your 0 to 1 guys, the guys that are trying to go from a standstill to 1, are way more likely to churn because they need it to work immediately. If you actually look at the guys that have some success, it's like, okay, if you're making $50K a month, $100 is a fraction of your world. But if you got $1,000 to your name, this has got to make money by Tuesday, otherwise they bounce. So I think that's like an interesting thing on how you position.
Yeah, true. Any other thing that we can glean from this? Like he's not doing any giveaways. He's not doing anything.
Can you open his latest video? I'd be curious to know his CTM. I'm assuming he just pushes you towards it, right?
Yeah, let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna turn down the audio. So let's just like really quickly. Car looks like his brother, looks like his family. He's just talking. He's just vlogging, man.
This is lifestyle. This is lifestyle. Yeah.
Where is the content about the automation, or is it just like
none,
one of these
literally
vlogs?
None.
Okay, is he at a computer or something? Okay. Anyway, here's the end. Check this out.
Yeah, last 5 seconds.
That's wild. So subscribe to my channel, obviously. Big ups. If you want to make money like I'm making money and live the crazy, fantastic lifestyle that I'm living, check out my school.
Wow.
Okay, so he's scrolling top to bottom. New channel. This is your gift. Yeah, looks like it. So, dude, he literally just like, that's some volume, bro. 885,000 views.
Yep. To me, that tells me the power of brand, dude. It tells me the power of story. I think that's the story here.
All right. Well, I don't think we're going to win any awards for this funnel or really this funnel hack. Guy clearly just has massive volume. He sells lifestyle and story, and it's working really well for him. So kudos. You want to move on to somebody else? Yeah.
Should we do another school?
I mean, I'm game to do another school if you are. We can also jump and do somebody else.
Yeah, let's do that, and we'll do another. Dude, I think I had a lot of fun doing that. I'm happy to serialize this. Well, if you guys, you tell us down below if you find this stuff interesting, because if so, I think this is interesting as hell, dude. I freaking love this.
Yeah, I would agree. Also, actually, can I just like check out? Can I check out his free community? No, I have to join. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, because that is an
issue he's pushing.
Oh, okay. Actually, shall we side quest into free community for a second?
Yeah, let's do it.
And then come back. Okay, so this is something I'm actively thinking about right now is free community. In fact, I've got a call right after this podcast on this very topic.
Nice.
I don't have a free community. Nick, you don't have a free community either right now.
No, I
What's
don't.
okay, bro? What's your logic on not having a free school community? Where's your head at with it?
Um, I guess that I already have a newsletter, and I feel like a big chunk of like the value of a free school or whatever is like a newsletter. Also, I just don't really want to overcomplicate it. The way I've always seen it is like technically I'm leaving some juice unsqueezed by not optimizing the funnel with like smaller steps, right? So like YouTube to free, free to low ticket paid to slightly higher ticket paid, and so on and so forth. Like technically I'm losing people because I don't have that granular differentiation, but it saves me a lot of time, energy, and like maintenance and management. Like my shit is really simple on purpose, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly why I hadn't done one. I'll tell you what I'm rattling around with my head. So we're thinking about like ascension pathways, complicated way of just saying rungs on a ladder from
Yeah.
free content to buying your super cool expensive shit. Free, like the free group is kind of like, you're right, like newsletters function as a free group. It's like a rung below your paid stuff. And I was like, okay, if I could have people either in a newsletter or in a free school community, which would I prefer? Well, my logic was, and again, this is like an open like conversation in my head right now, because I was just thinking about yesterday. If they're in the community, they can watch modules, they can enter the JR multiverse a little bit more and learn a bit more about you. And then also they can buy little snack size products, little snack $37 products if you want to. So a little nice little entry offers. And then you can run the webinars and weekly calls in there. I was thinking of just paying somebody some money just to own, in inverted commas, instead of the mailing list, own the, obviously I still write the stuff, but own the free community and have that as a kind of transitional thing. On the counter, my only thought is like my avatar, which is business owners, I don't know how many of them are like how, I think, I don't know how true this is, but people have done some analysis between like similarity between paid and free, right? Is everyone in your paid also in your free? And I don't know if they align one to one. So that's the kind of juxtaposition.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, like Nate is crushing it with the free. He's absolutely nailing it with the free right now. So that's something to look at. So, you know, the guy that you 1v1'd last week, he's got the AI Automation Society and then AI Automation Society Plus. And this is like check out the numbers here. What's 2.3 divided by 130? Conversion rate from free to paid, 2%. You know what I mean? Like relative volume wise.
But I don't know if it is a straight line, bro. I think the main value of the free community is the email. So, for example, instead of sending them on mail list as a resource, just join the community, and that's like it. They're just in the community. I think the main value is if they create a community, you get paid for it. Like that, I think is the
that's the affiliate
thing. Yeah, I mean, I think you know.
I wonder how much
that was cool.
Making I don't know. I don't make that much an affiliate, but that's actually a good point. Like maybe just become a school affiliate.
So there's the affiliate rev. But I don't know if they're just moving over, bro. I don't, because we know Nate did a free trial. I mean, this is like public information, right? And turn off. So, so I might try it. I might, but the thing is, it's like I don't want to overcomplicate. I was thinking for my funnel, I'll probably point people towards the community. But then if I have hey, grab this free crap, they can just click on it and go.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's fair enough.
I
mean, yeah, like drop in for, I think honestly, drop in for a mailing list plus. Like why does LinkedIn work better than cold email? Because, you know, like cold LinkedIn DMs versus cold email. Why? Because you just get more information. There's more bandwidth. You know, not only are you seeing the little subject line, the little teaser, content of the email, and then the profile pic and the guy's name. It's like, no. You actually see their social profile. You see all the posts that they've made over the course of the last period of time. You see all the social proof they have, all the comments they've gotten on their stuff. Like, communities are kind of like that insofar that like they're like it's going from like 2D to 3D. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like an enriched version of you, the person that's doing the nurturing or whatever, than just adding them to a mailing list. So like I think that it could work. And to be honest, I think I'm just coming to realize like anything can work if executed well. Like the reality is like it's just apples to oranges, right? Like most people that have just paid communities versus paid and free will not execute at the same level that they would if they only had one. So like we are all comparing apples to oranges here, right? Like
it's probably a distraction thing as well.
Yeah.
Like
and it probably has something to do with it. You want to do these guys? School of Mentors?
Let's do it. Let's crush it. Yeah.
School of Hard
this
Knocks,
guy, I know this guy. Well, I'm not know him, but like I've seen this guy.
I feel like I might have chatted with him on Instagram. I don't know for sure though, and I don't like want to hold myself.
Yeah, he's the guy like, hey, can I ask you a quick question for the future of entrepreneurs? I got the
yes,
on the world.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's cool. I mean, like, dude, that guy, like one of the most recognized things in the world. Like any business owner knows who these guys are, you know, which is crazy. Really, really crazy on the number of communities front. Like what's going on over here? So Hard Knocks team. So it looks like they're actually using School to like manage their team. Isn't that sick?
That's interesting. Can you imagine if you can just like get full visibility of everything they're doing? Like,
so School of Mentors, this is their paid group where, you know, this fella here, whose name isn't coming to me right now, but
I like the fact it's $29.
Yeah.
Because it's not promising you anything in a way. It's accessible as like a snack size subscription. Like,
also going to keep in mind that like the posted price here of $29 per month times 5,000 or whatever, like, you know, they may be making like 150 grand through this community. But when you have an audience size that big that has paid you money and has given you their credit card information, like probability of an upsell goes way up. So
100%.
Despite the fact that like the, you know, average order value here might be, or the intake value might be $29, average order value could be like $60 or something if they sell these people on more stuff. So anyway, they got the School, and I just want to quickly iterate through them. They have like School of Content, which looks to be like a paid private group, which I imagine is probably some like higher ticket thing. Then they have School of Scaling, which is probably another thing, right? Paid, closed. And then they have the Hard Knocks Army, which is a referral program that they're doing. This is really interesting. And then they also have the Hard Knocks team, which is kind of like where they, you know, I imagine manage their team and stuff. I should try joining them.
Dude, I'd do that right now. I'd date.
That'd be pretty fun. Then they accept me. They're like, "Yep, Nick's on board."
Nick, so can we just get this? Yeah, like
let's check out their. So they have an Instagram channel here with 7.1 million followers.
What's really freaking cool about this is the brand hacking of Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal. They got freaking Tom Brady. We got all these different guys. It's crazy.
Jesus, yeah, that's true. Actually, look at is that freaking Tom Cruise like actually being interviewed by them?
Yeah, he's so cool, dude. I love Tom Cruise.
No way, dude.
He set the standard for aging, bro. Honestly.
Yeah. Damn, that guy's aging gracefully. So, man, look at yeah. Okay, cool. So anyway, it's all interviews. So they basically get to like, share or spread in the perceived value of the people that they have on. Like, you know, like I don't know. I think is it James? Anyway, I don't know how he started with this stuff or how they started with this stuff. This whole team, I should say. And I'm really showing my ignorance as to like this whole brand, right? But I don't know how they started this whole thing. But I imagine they weren't approaching from like a privileged position of, hey, we made hundreds of millions of dollars like these guys. You know, so they're getting to like siphon some of that onto their brand. And when you have enough of them, then like they themselves become somebody.
Do you know what's really cool about what he does? First of all, he's obviously figured out that famous person's face plus number in the title is what wins. That's like the format.
For sure.
What's really cool is in the interview, he says, look, I've got a community that has helped thousands of people make millions of dollars. Link in the description, by the way. Like he talks about it in the content, but it's positioned as part of the conversation. So you'll notice, okay, if you scroll towards the end of this video, you won't okay, look out for the captions, right? He's probably going to mention, oh, I've got a community that does X, would you Y? Like he does that quite a lot. Maybe for the high profile guys, he doesn't, but like I've seen that in many of the videos.
So it's like an organic insertion?
Organic insertion into the content, yeah. So it's a nice integration into it. It doesn't feel like it's you're getting slammed. No lifestyle content here, by the way. Complete opposite of last guy.
Absolutely. It's literally just like, hey, here is the value prop. I interview people that make a ton of money and give you their like highest ROI, like Will freaking Smith, and give you like highest ROI quick takeaways. Like that's crazy.
And it's like not complicated.
Where's he pushing them to?
School,
directly to the School of Mentors. How about their YouTube though? They got
check out the YouTube. I'd be curious how that works actually, because he's found the winning formula with short form.
Okay, so the School of Hard Knocks, a media company that promotes financial literacy. So, okay, I mean, like, check this out. Like, we're not on Anthony now. Oof, bad. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Where the hell are we? Okay, here we go. So, 7.1 mil on the Instagram, 1.7 approximately on the YouTube. That's quite
really good. That's really cool. That's really impressive.
What are we seeing? So, Tom Cruise front-loading with that. What are we seeing on, like, the distribution of views on the long form versus the short form? That's what's always really interesting to me. So 3.7, 3, 2.7, 2.4, 2.4, whatever. Collectively speaking, I mean, this whole popular page, like the first like 24 videos here is probably over or close to 100 mil views. How about the shorts though? 30 mil. Crazy. 11 mil, 10 mil. I mean, I feel like shorts views are honestly like a big chunk of this.
He's gone so wide. Like, and he's known for this. He's got a really great brand for this. I think the biggest takeaway here is not over. I mean, you've crushing it on Instagram right now as well, bro. But finding the format that works and not fucking overcomplicating it. Keep it freaking. Just keep on smashing when you get that winning format.
All right. Well, this highly complex funnel at the end of the day also boils down to Instagram and YouTube
Yeah, that's it.
to a paid school. I mean, like, can you make this up? These guys are crushing it. And honestly, they're just front loading. It's all top of funnel, It's all top of funnel. They front load the top of funnel. Hell, it doesn't matter how complicated the thing is or even how leaky the funnel is. I think if you build authenticity and like strong relationships with your viewers, like, these guys do, Sirius does, School of Hard Knocks does. Like, it doesn't matter if people leak through your funnel at the entry point. Like, they'll eventually come back around. Do you know what I mean? Because they're like in your orbit, basically. And if it's $29 a month, why the hell wouldn't you join?
Well, it's probably, yeah. I think for that viewer type, that's a perfect price point. I always thought that was really impressive that he did that.
They do have the interesting, and then they have the high ticket upsells, which we can't comment on because we don't really know how much money they're doing, to be honest. But yeah. And then do you want to just watch a few seconds of this and see if there's anything super valuable?
I'd love to, bro. I think it'd be really cool.
The most valuable piece of real estate is graveyards because they're billion-dollar ideas sitting in the ground for people that never took action. Whoa, man, what a freaking VSL, huh?
Damn.
What is a billion-dollar network, though? We got some implication there. The network of people making $1 billion, or what?
Yeah, it's worth $1 billion, I think.
Some social proof for sure. Yeah, interesting. Okay, and then how are we doing on the actual video side of things? So this is it's a live walkthrough of the actual community. So you're actually seeing exactly what you're getting. No bullshit. They just dive right into it. So they're going to minimize buyer's remorse basically because people are going to know exactly what they're getting before they actually get in. They're not hiding. It's not like they make all these massive promises. They literally just go, hey, you're going to get live mentorship calls with a bunch of really rich people. I don't do this. Do I? Maybe I do a little bit. The guy's literally just playing some interviews.
That's it. Well, with the billionaire influencers and stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy. He's just look like he's talking over it a little bit, but he's just for the most part just playing the interviews. Wow,
that's interesting.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And
we got some testimonials.
Yeah, I think what he's selling is proximity. Proximity. It's like the source is so valid because they're billionaires. So the credibility, he almost gets secondhand credibility from being in their orbit of like, look, these guys obviously work. Here's the secret you don't know that you're going to get by coming in the community.
That's cool, man. It looks like they have basically like, from what I could see, 2 different high tickets. I don't know if one's like a mid ticket, the other one's a high ticket. These presumably solve different business problems. One's about like content, one's about scaling or something. But yeah, and like they have a team on school as well, which is cool. All right. Well, anyway, initially I was like, man, we're gonna like lay out some crazy mind map things here. Maybe just these two happen to have
I think the story of Sirius is a story of, and if you missed that last clip, you watch it on a clip. It's lifestyle and brand. He found resonance in his content and he just did a lot of it. Hard Knocks guy, everything's the same format. Like he's not doing 50 different things. He's doing one format, one avatar, one interesting point, and does more of it. I wonder as well if on Instagram, that's like, you almost have this like positioning thing where Instagram puts you in a certain like box. And if you're jumping over the show with it, like if he's doing different formats, he's probably losing out on some momentum with that as well.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like I am looking, he does have a newsletter here. So you go on his Instagram and basically you have 5 conversion points. So there is more to the funnel than what we just wrote down there, right? You have
I wouldn't click on this newsletter personally.
No, I wouldn't click on the podcast either. I wouldn't click on the Twitter. I mean, like, to be honest, generally speaking, when I find this many things, I just get confused as a viewer. So like I want a very simple, straightforward thing. I want like one thing. And I don't know if they've experimented with this. Maybe they know more than we do, just given volume, but like, I would just have one conversion point,
Oh, dude, it's so fun. As we're doing this, there's so many pages I want us to funnel hack. So we have got to do this again because it's so sick. Shall we take a slight left turn and have a look at someone off score that is
for sure.
blowing up? Right, let me see if I can actually take over the screen? Shall I try and
Yeah,
take over
most
the
definitely.
screen?
What's
All
up?
right.
Okay, good.
Right, let me just shut down all my controversial tabs real quick. All right.
Most controversial tab is ours.
That's
Oh,
it. Yeah,
also
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Show notes. Show notes for
click
what.
the little
Yeah.
X in the bottom right hand corner on the Riverside tab as well. Just close that out, and then my face will disappear. But
Oh, yeah. Great idea, actually.
yeah,
Okay.
like
Cool.
I can still see you and stuff. Okay.
Okay. You can see me?
Yep.
Okay. Dan is run by a guy called, I've just Google Ends for Sin, Dan Priestley. Okay, this guy is blowing up. I think he's the most frequented guest on Stephen Bartlett's Diary of a CEO. He is crushing it. What's really interesting about him, he actually is selling education products. And it is a workshop, basically. So you may have seen these workshop ideas, but effectively there's a video. You come through and you sign up. I actually have been through this funnel when I was doing research. It's really, really, really interesting. And essentially the goal is you will have, I think I'm going to pull up here actually, I'll get a beautiful pen out. I'm not on the Excalibur, but we use Canberra over here, man. So we have something like social, right?
Damn,
So
you write your O's like that?
Oh my gosh, dude.
Jesus.
How would you draw O's?
Like, not like that.
Dude, oh my gosh. Well, this is the way we do it in the UK, dude. It's badass.
Y'all drive on the other side of the road too.
Yeah, okay. We got the correct side of the road, absolutely. So we have social, and the idea is that you point them towards this workshop page right here, okay? They actually have two ways that they do this, by the way. But effectively, this is the thing they want. This is where they get you and absolutely crush you on these things right here. So social, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is, you land on this page. Let's take a quick look at actually, give a bit of details.
So VSL, he's teleprompted it.
Sorry, Brett,
just the way his eyes are moving around.
Is that a bit too quick? Can you just slow it down?
No, it's fine.
So one thing I noticed with these is a lot of them are belief shattering on this thing.
Yes.
That's effectively what they're doing. And then the credibility, I built on companies. It's predictable. There's a system. And then he goes through it. And I guess ultimately CTA is going to be join and have this live thing. Then effectively what you do is you enter your name, email, phone number. And then Nick, what they do when you go through this, I did it because I was actually having a look at this. They send you a series of comms. So the first thing they do when they send you an email is they ask you to add it to your calendar so you don't forget it, which is interesting. You can actually just automate that if they use N8N, the right things to just get you added automatically, but that's besides the point. And then they blast you with texts. You get loads of freaking SMSs with this guy. It's kind of like, hey, do this one thing before coming to the workshop. Do this, do this, do this, and just blast you with it. And then effectively...
What is he asking you to do specifically?
So he asks you to take the scorecard. It's an influence score. So the idea of this one is you want to be a key person of influence. So it's basically how do you become the most well-respected, well-known person in your industry? And so one of the things they found...
framework himself, which is crazy. Like he's scoring you based off something he made up.
Oh, dude, yeah. It's actually really, really cool. But it's like, it says great. Like, what happens when I Google your name? How many pieces of content do you have? Loads of, and it gives you a score. And so one of the things that they figured out was that if you ask somebody to complete a funnel, a quiz, or an assessment, they are, like, I think it was 4 times more likely to do that than just to enter their email. So, for example, find out your AI readiness score as a business in 10 simple questions, and then you freaking blast them with a PDF. And then that PDF then leads them to the actual thing that you want to do. But it's basically the quiz. That's how you get the emails, and then you go and grab it from there.
That's really interesting. Yeah, because, hey, give me your email. And it's like, no, what's the reason for this? You give some plausible reason, which sounds nice, but at the end of the day, it just serves as a selling mechanism because, hey, your score isn't good enough.
Yeah.
Your conversion rate on that goes way up way through the roof.
And you can obviously, as we know, get emails by asking it, but the idea this is just a better converting thing.
Do you know how much money this guy makes?
Oh, dude, he's built several businesses over 10 million.
Yeah, that's wild. So I have more followers on Instagram than this guy now.
Yeah, I think he's just started on YouTube as well. So he's really bumping it up. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. It's like I think he's finding his feet on this, to be fair. Okay, I have to log in. That's crazy. But it's very interesting. I bring this guy up because I think he drives thousands of people a week to it, by the way. Like it is absolutely crazy how they do that. And I just said that
he gets the invites to Diary of a CEO. Like, so clearly he has pre-established business success elsewhere, right? And now he's coming on content. Now he's seeing the leverage and monetizability of it.
He did a really good video on this, actually. And it was this whole idea, and I'll jump off screen share to double click into this real quick. And he said, this is how you get invited on Zarev's. I'll put a link in the show notes. You can check it out. But it's really, really cool. But one interesting thing that he said, and actually, it's funny, someone in my community was on Zarev's here. I freaking calls that. I was like, this is so sick. But if you can get the attention, but if you don't have the bucket to catch it, it's like, what's it? So it's almost like you can get this groundswell of attention when you do these big podcasts, but there needs to be media for them to consume. So
Right.
I thought that was really cool. And then the other interesting insight that you can glean from what he does is how he pitches what he does in a way that you can kind of find that interesting and want to consume more of his content. So I am seeing webinars all over, bro. The idea being get them on the webinar, and then at the end of it, you have the product you sell that's really expensive, and then you downsell them to the other thing that you initially wanted to sell in the first place. So come out with like a 5K product. Okay, great. If you don't buy that, then buy this $500 thing instead.
Yeah, very much like Hormozy money model, kind of that established process. That's so cool.
Yeah.
What's weird is like just looking at the guy, I wouldn't think that he's now just selling education, you know? Like,
Dude,
that's what's interesting. The positioning was so important.
The positioning. He's not positioned as, but that was the funny thing. Again, it's education. What one we should do next week is Dan Martell. That's a very, very interesting one. It's because none of the guys that educate ever position is, we've spoken about this a lot offline, right, bro? But you are right. It's positioning is like everything with this stuff.
Have you, do you go on his podcast or whatever? Did he invite you on one of those calls?
His podcast. Which one's this?
Mr. Martell, I believe. I think he's doing a podcast or something. I may be mistaken.
Dude, nah. Are you getting on it? Are you gonna have a little? Yeah,
no, I know a few people, kind of in the group chat got invites to go, and I don't know if they're like published to the community or whatever. But I was thinking about that. That's pretty interesting. And then I see him doing a bunch of AI stuff, which is neat. And so obviously, like, you know, Hormozy's whole thing is like, and I'm making a video on this, and I swear I didn't get it from. I'm not just like copying and pasting Mr. Alex Hormozy's content. I promise. But his whole thing is like, if you are like a market leader and you have distribution advantage over everybody else, what you do is you just like a hawk stare at all the small guys that are on the come up. Then you see a cool idea, you just hop on it, you copy it, you steal it, and then you just like pretend like you came up with it. And everybody will believe you because you have 10x the distribution. Right? It's like, oh, it came from him. So later on, people will be like, oh, you just copied Dan, you know? Anyway, he's been doing a lot of that recently, and he's just been crushing with it, which is, it's quite fun. So I'm looking for opportunities to do that myself. But yeah, you know, to make a long story short, like the people that do end up selling the most education just never seem like they sell education. And I think that's the key. I was thinking about how I was going to do this. Like, you know, just speaking bluntly, education is very scalable. Much more scalable than providing actual, let's say, implementation services, like you and I both know as people that have provided implementation services, right? You still need to understand how to provide implementation services, for instance, in order to like be able to talk about it intelligently. But yeah, like Daniel Presley, key person of influence, he's talking about like how to become a more influential person online, and that is education. It is a defined roadmap. You just don't think that that's his main revenue source. So a couple ways you could do this. You could make money in education, and then you could just buy businesses that legitimize you. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because the revenue and the income that I made from providing implementation services was big to like 99.9% of people, but it's not big enough, you know? Like I want like that $10 million Daniel Presley probably has case studies all about stuff like that. And it's
100%.
I could do this for another 10, you could provide implementation services for another five to 10 years and then get there. But like, why the hell would I if I could just buy a business that's already established? It's very much like the cheat code. So I bet you that's what all these guys do. I bet you that's what, I don't know for sure, but I bet you that's what Dan Martell did.
That's what they figure out. That's exactly what they figure out. I mean, like, funny because, like, I think advice is do some cool shit and do it. Like, you had your businesses, I had my business that I sold. But that's why I think is like the big mistake I think I've made is I don't talk about that enough. So now I'm talking about the cool stuff we've done more. But then I think what I'm doing, bro, is opposed to buying, we're building the new thing. I was on a call on it earlier today, actually. So I'm going to go down the build and grow route. I think it's going to be cool to see, bro. I think it'd be really cool to see. Like, I can't wait to see what you buy. And then I think it's cool that we've got like a couple of different strategies with that.
I will be one of the first users of the SaaS.
I appreciate that, bro. Do you know what's funny, dude? With friends, when you start your business, they said there's two types of friends. One says you launch a t-shirt company Nick, can I have one of your t-shirts since you build one? And the second type of friend is, dude, I'm your first customer.
Yeah.
They'll fall into one or two buckets, and you find out which is which.
Yeah, it's like, oh, can I get a discount because I'm your friend? And then there's another guy that's like, hey, like I'm going to pay full price because I'm your friend. You know, that's like,
yeah, it's quite true. Well, dude, speaking of paying full price, should we do some comments from last week?
Oh boy, oh man, you sure you want to expose yourself to the house phone that is
Let's
Q&A?
do it, bro. We face the people. We've got to do the
Okay,
difficult
let's face the music. Oh God, my ego. Oh Jesus, I'm about to. Oh no, that's not. No, it's this one. Here we go. All right, here we go. I'm going to close the thing. Best cold outreach approach to get clients made 1.9 mil. Damn, Jack. Good. All right, let's go to the community tab. What do we got? Scrolling all the way down to the bottom of this puppy. Wow, we have a lot of comments.
So one interesting strategic pivot we did, guys, is we realized that the Instagram strat was about as successful as a chocolate spoon. So we took it behind the barn and we shot it, and we're actually focusing now on doubling down in the YouTube content for a little bit. So we'll have the main clip, and then we'll have like the juicy like sub clips, which is why I might see some changes.
Okay, this follows pumped our shit into a transcript platform, you know, and then like analyzed how many mans, dudes, bros, and likes we said. So I'm gonna save that.
This is the kind of key analysis that we need. Actually, this is why
having leak your address, Jack. Bad things would happen, bud.
Jack 11 bros. Oh my gosh, dude, this guy's really on the analytics. Holy shit!
No,
we appreciate that, man.
One of my communities. Okay, Hormozy shows you how to make 100 million by making 100 million by telling you how to make 100 million.
Do you know what? That's kind of it. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Actually,
called $100 million money models for a reason. You know, it's really funny. There's this book that I remember seeing on Amazon. It's like how to make $100,000 selling books, and then the price was like $100,000.
Then someone buy that.
Guarantee, probably. I mean, it's probably a joke, but like you click the thing, you buy the thing, and it's like, thank you.
I think as well, I think Hormozy got a lot of grace from the selling thing because people respected the hustle. And it was entrepreneurs that watched it.
We're getting a lot of positive feedback from Yatin, Logan, Vladimir, Deshang. We're getting some from Ruben. Thank you guys. Okay, here we go. We got a question from OMG Everdo. How do you figure out on discovery calls what would be the most valuable to automate in their business? I'm currently running an email campaign directly offering templated automations, testing out a direct, do you want anything automated? People are interested, but they themselves don't know what or can be automated. By the way, a massive hack has been running locally and translating to the target language, 10 to 15% reply rates. Whew.
You wanna go first in this one? We can stab it.
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, I've always viewed businesses as a pipeline, right? Left to right. You know, you have at the left side, you have like the marketing, and then immediately to the next of it, you have like the sales, and then immediately to the next of it, you have some transformation or onboarding. Immediately to the next of that, you have the fulfillment. Then you have some sort of reactivation mechanism, and that is your pipeline, right? Like you put in leads at the left side, and then on the right hand side, you have a bunch of money. So what I will always do is I will have the customer run through their pipeline, and I will say, hey, where is the very first place that your customers will meet you and or talk to you? You know, is it like a referral email? Is it like through a Facebook lead ad? Is it through like, you know, like where is the very first point of contact basically? And then run me through every point of contact you have with them until the end. And this is a very simple question, you know, realistically, and the answer to it can be quite complicated. This is, you know, I could ask this question at the beginning of a call, and I do. And it might take like 30 minutes for them to really like fully answer it. But at the end of the 30 minutes, it becomes pretty abundantly clear what is like an organic process that they just like kind of like had to come up with and didn't really think about it and just started doing versus what is like a top-down, well thought out and intentional process. And generally speaking, the organic processes are either automatable completely, or you can just shift around their processes to not have to do the organic thing, or something else. But I will just like left to right, top to bottom, just like have them give me their whole funnel. And then, yeah, you know, it becomes very clear to see what the constraint is or bottleneck after you've done this like 3 or 4 times. You realize that all businesses are the same. I
love that. I think what's really cool about that as well is that they feel like you know their business. Nick really understands all the details. And it happened as a coaching call I gave earlier today, actually, was that because she asked specific questions about the business that other people competing for it didn't ask, she immediately stood out. I'm obviously unsurprisingly like in the same spirit as that. The lens I throw on it is the core priority is to understand the largest constraining factor. With the logic being that there is one thing we could do. There's many things we could do, but what is the biggest constraint in the business? And then pretty much just like Nick said, go from the start button to the desired outcome, and then ruthlessly map out current state and desired state, and then all the communications faces with that, and the central data source of data, we call it, source of truth. And then essentially you build a system, a series of automations that systemizes it. Logic being that you replace automations, but you don't replace operating systems. But actually the core takeaway, I think, is aligning yourself with the core business objective. If they need to know that you and the number are like this, and if that's true, then your likelihood of sale goes through the roof.
Yeah, hit the nail on the head. Another quick and easy way to like see that constraint is just seeing like where do things get backed up. So at some point in people's explanation to me when I asked that pipeline question, similar to vein to Jack, hey, do you have like a CRM? Do you have like a project management system? Like, you mind just running me through like what does that look like? And then you can very quickly see the area that has like the most records or the most like, I don't know, like let's say it's a customer pipeline, and then you have a bunch of different steps. Like you have like meeting booked, and then you have like proposal sent, and then you have like close won or close lost, right? Like yes or no. Like the area to typically fix is like the area that has the most backed up records. If you have like 5,000 people that are in proposal, send a proposal or whatever, odds are you have some sort of bottleneck with your ability to send the proposal, for instance. So that's another quick and easy hack that allows you to determine just like where the records are backed up in some sort of sales flow. And I typically work, like we do growth systems specifically because they tend to be very valuable to businesses. So this is just like a lens that I will apply every time.
Yeah. Well said, bro.
Okay, I don't get how your AI tools make so much money if you can learn how to make it a 20-minute YouTube video. Dean, it's not the AI tools that make the money. It is about how and where you are applying these to solve real business problems.
Yeah,
so hammer, man.
You don't pay the plumber to knock on the pipe. You pay him to know where to knock on, where to draw the X.
Jen says, hey guys, when do you think AI technology will help create new interesting types of music? Ooh, this is a great question. New technologies always led to cool new music, like the synth, sampler, digital audio workstation. So I wonder if AI will too. Dude, have you seen Suno?
Dude, I love Suno. I've not used it in a while. I made some music about my Springer Spaniels, and I freaking loved it, and I was like jamming to it.
Have you also seen the new 11 Labs music generator?
Dude, I have
it's
not.
Crazy. Dude, you got it. Oh, dude, you got it. Like, I don't have a way to play the audio of the song here, but like, this is next level, man.
This
is like actually you could listen to it right now and like it 90% your Spotify playlist.
So, because this is the vision I wanted, that like it would take my Spotify and just make me more songs like that. Like that's kind of what I really wanted to have.
Yeah, it's sick. So definitely check those out. But I think they are already creating very interesting new types of music.
Oh, that's so cool.
All right, guys. I think we made it to the top of the stack this week. Thank you very much for asking your questions. If you guys have any other ones that you want us to answer, then feel free to drop them down below. We're more than happy to.
That's it. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Yeah, thank you very much for watching.